Hey, movie junkies. I am your host, Stephen Ng, and today we're doing a review on Child's Play. So let's get into it. For one, this is, of course, a reboot. So the difference between a remake and a reboot is a remake is basically remaking the same story, the same concept. It's like the same thing. But a reboot is pretty much bringing that story and changing it, just completely changing it, bringing it back, but completely changing it. So this is not a sequel. This is a reboot. So the original was directed by Tom Holland, made in 1988. So this is now the new Child's Play for the new generation. Henceforth, Chucky can control electronics. He controls the house. He controls cars, and that's a really great concept. Great idea. This is a spoiler, so if you want to skip this part, you're more than welcome to. But the beginning, I thought, was the strongest part. Um, so Chucky is no longer an evil doll possessed by a serial killer, we know as Charles Lee Ray. This time, um, which was hilarious, absolutely hilarious, that they put it. There was basically a Chinese company that makes dolls, and one of the people that worked there was disgruntled, treated like crap, and he programmed Chucky to be violent. And then he killed himself. He threw himself out of a window. And so that was, of course, somebody was going to end up getting that doll, and it turned out to be Andy. So I thought that was a great opening. Um, Mark Hamill's Chucky, it wasn't bad, but it was very plain. It was very, he didn't have emotion because he wasn't a person. He was just a robot. Hello, Andy. Hello. I'm going to kill everybody. He stays like that at the moment. And what I appreciated the most about the original was that Chucky was violent. You fucking bitch! You fucking whore! Like, that's what made Chucky kind of fucking terrifying. This one, it was more funny. It was more funny. It was an enjoyable movie, but the kills were kind of stupid. The kills were really kind of stupid. And what I find sad the most is that a movie from 1988, Child's Play, can be so mind blowing and stick with you so hard. And maybe that's because we were idiots back in the 80s, and now we're up to. I don't think so. What I think is it's simple. CGI is never going to be better than practical effects. Even actors will tell you that it's much easier for actors to interact with something that's really there, and that's what makes it scary. If you're a little child, you might not notice the difference, but I still think that seeing something on screen is way more effective than just seeing something that's CGI. And Chucky was, of course, practical a lot of the time, but there's a lot of times there was CGI done, and the CGI didn't really look that well. It wasn't great. The acting wasn't great. It wasn't really bad, but overall, it was really the story. It was really the story. As the story progresses, it's stupid. And what I didn't like the most, I think, is that I was on Chucky's side basically with him killing some people. For instance, there's a scene where Chucky and his mom has a boyfriend who's an asshole, and Chucky basically is really his best friend. He's willing to kill some people for Andy. He's not just using him. He's really his friend. He thinks he's his friend his whole time. There's a moment in the movie where also Andy takes him apart, and he's like, "Why are you doing this?" Which is kind of sad. It's hilarious almost. But yeah. Anyway, Chucky is killing people. He even killed a cat that scratched Andy. Like, he was his best friend. So it was an all right movie. It was really all right. I really think it doesn't have to be a theater movie unless you're out on a date or something, and you guys want to see a new horror movie, okay, but if you're spending $13, $14, I think you can wait till it comes out to Redbox and just enjoy it at home so you can drink and smoke weed, whatever. But besides that, it was really all right. It was all right. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But again, even though the originals, because our minds are programmed to like what we originally see in the first place, this one, it's just the remake was so much the writing, the directing, it was taken very seriously, and you can see that, and it was very well done. For the most part, it was very well done, terrifying. This one was like, saw it, forget about it. And I even think the other Chuckies were better with Brad Dourif. Chucky, Child's Play 1, 2, even 3, Bride of Chucky. Seed of Chucky was alright. But then it got really stupid with Cult of Chucky and Curse of Chucky. Those are the ones that were like, I thought, crap. But it's obvious that the writers, of course, are very different. And they don't really understand how to tell a story, how to make you feel. And this one seemed very kind of empty at parts. And Andy's mom, she was very much younger, and Andy was older, which, I can understand that change. But his mom, she really wasn't that great of a mom. And it would have been nice to see that affection, that love between mother and son. And she just got this present for her son that ends up turning out to kill him. So the way that they went for the rest of the movie, trying to update everything, I think it was crap. I think they should have stuck with getting Brad Dourif again, because he's really the only one that's able to do this. Like this part, just like Robert Englund for Freddy Krueger, that's just his role, and that's what they're really known for. You don't realize Brad Dourif was in Lord of the Rings, and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and all the other parts that he did. We remember him as Chucky, and people don't even remember that because people don't know movies that not everybody knows movies and knows, oh, that's who that is, and that's, well, anyway, Brad Dourif did an amazing job, and I think it's the same thing. They tried getting, when they were filming, I think it was Cult of Chucky, they got someone else because they thought Brad Dourif wasn't going to be able to do it. They got somebody else, and it just turned out to be funny. I get what they were trying to do with this one. He didn't have emotion because he was just a robot, just programmed. That's it. The worst part of the movie was the ending. The wrapping it up, and Andy stabs Chucky in the chest. And just, if you remember the original, when the head was there, the Brad Dourif's character, Chucky, and he's like, "Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?" That was fucking terrifying. This one, watered down. But I'm not surprised, because that's most movies now. Because now there's a new generation of filmmakers that are out there that don't know what the fuck they're doing. And they're not letting other people in with their opinions, their ideas. They think they're smart and they're geniuses. So this is what we get. And it's come down to now all we can do is go on fucking YouTube and just talk about how we liked the movie or didn't like the movie. Well, it doesn't matter. They don't care because they're still making their fucking money. And I think it was made with intentions of being good. They weren't trying to fuck it up. I think Toy Story 4 was more of a cash grab. This one, they were trying to do something unique, but they just didn't have strong enough writers. And I think it was rushed, because the second I heard about A Child's Play coming out, there it is. It's out now. Soon there'll be another Child's Play and another one. So it was all right. So if you're going to go see a horror movie right now, I would say go ahead and see Child's Play. But be warned, it's also very funny. I don't think it's supposed to be, but it's like the original, of course. Again, the moments that were funny, it didn't seem like it was supposed to be funny, but it was, because it's a doll saying fuck you. And this one, Mark Hamill did, for what he had, he did a great job, but he didn't have to do much. All he had to do was really act like the Joker and hello, Andy. That was it. So it wasn't really that. He got a good goddamn paycheck for just some small, simple bullshit. So, Shit, I guess it was better than the new Star Wars movies. I'll say that. It was better than that. Anyway, if you guys do happen to go see the movie, I hope you enjoy it. This is Stephen Ang logging off.